Hey guys, welcome back to Bartlett Arborist Supply. In today's video, we're going to be touching a little bit more on the dragging tail redirect. Now, a dragging tail redirect allows us to safely come back to plumb with our tie-in point in the event that we felt the swing was posed too much of a hazard and we could risk injury. Yeah, so there's obviously one way to do it. You've seen me do it in previous videos, and I'll use an akimbo, which I always carry an akimbo on me for the occasion. But in this event, we don't have the akimbo. We're going to touch on 3 different ways you can still accomplish a dragging tail redirect. One, obviously you need your primary climbing system. Anchor point is pulling me back that way. Managed to get up over the redirect. Now, the easiest one you can do does not involve any tools, okay? Just bare hand. Take the fall of the rope that's draped over the redirect there, and you can slide yourself back to plumb. Now, this works well, for me personally, it works well when I have just the shortest bit that for whatever reason the deflection was too great and I had to drag myself nice and easy back. I'll just use my hand, short little stints like that. For longer ones, for longer drags, I do not like to use my hand. The heat, friction, dragging back in long periods, I will glaze the calluses a little bit, you know, but using tools will actually give you the advantage that no tools does on it. However, here, so we've touched the simplest, most basic one, hand. 2, we're going to incorporate a Prusik and the carabiner to the equation. Very simple, right? What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take these 2 apart, and just so this carabiner is ready to go, I'm actually going to hook it right to my center D there, and it's going to fall right underneath my primary system. I don't want to have it in front of, because then I'll have crossload there and then potentially cause the gate to open, which is no good. Now, Prusik. With my Prusik, I'm just going to tie a newt. Please be aware that when you are tying these, when you are going to use a Prusik to tie your hitch, there are certain hitches that will work better in this configuration. For me, like I said, I typically have my akimbo on me for this specific reason. But if you don't, then using a tool or your Prusik here, certain hitches won't let you tend with one hand in the event you need to pull back, and certain hitches will. The newt does a little bit. I know there are others that work better. However, I'm going to get in close here and just reattach right there. I'm just going to tend it a little bit so that I know it's weighted before I take my primary lanyard off and just go eating it back to the main stem. Okay, it's weighted, we're straight, we're good to go. Now here, I can slowly ease myself back, okay? And off to the side I go, right? If I needed to, I can continue to go back. Other hitches that don't have this nice little bite there that allows to like feed it in or tend it with one hand, relatively okay, a little bit easy. Okay, some of them you have to keep the rope in line with the hitch in order to have a smooth transition back. Now, having a Prusik gives you the ability to pull yourself back in the event that you needed to because you forgot something over here, or you needed to swing over there and just lanyard in real fast to make one quick cut, or if the rope got caught somewhere down along the way from the original drag point. So I'd be able to come on in, and this is where the friction, you're going to encounter the friction of the tending action. Some, like I said, will allow you for easier tending. Others will almost be virtually impossible, that you'll have to toe hook yourself and physically maneuver the hitch. With a newt, I'm able to just do a little quick tend and we call it good, okay? So that's the second version, all right? Recap, first version, hand. Second, Prusik. Third version, no Prusik, but we have one carabiner, okay? So lanyard back into place here. Tend it up, make it nice and tight. Boom. Boom. I'm gonna take the prusik off and store it. Okay, so we come back, take carabiner off. Now, Munter hitch is the last thing I'm going to show here for this. Twist, up, and we caught it. It's good. All right, remember with the Munter hitch, you're going to have a running side. You don't want that running side to be on the gate. If it is on the gate, we'll have to reconfigure. So this one would have been on the gate. So I'll just reconfigure it opposite. And right here I'm using an ANSI D-lock. It's a little bit wide at the top, not super wide. You want to have something like a Williams or a Petzl AMD that's slightly wider profile at the top that allows that Munter to really just sit in there perfectly. But we want to have the running leg on the spine, not the gate. Remember that, on the leg, on the spine, not the gate. Right now I'm just going to rotate. Feet a little bit there, and I'm going to rotate back around because, as I mentioned, I don't want that to load there. So now I'm going to test it just a little bit. Letting yourself go into this, don't automatically just take your lanyard off because the Munter is just going to repel on you, okay? So you're going to have to keep this in your hand and have a little bit of pressure while you do this here. Trust me, I learned this one from experience. I ate it. So now I'm just gonna lean back in and feed it myself in there, okay? It's gonna cause some twist in your rope, but I'm able to just come on back in the plumb. All right? If it's set correctly and you can somewhat lock it off, right? Now here, pulling yourself back in, you're still able to do so. However, the tending action on this, it helps if you have that wide frame at the top because the Munter hitch will correctly reorient itself into the way that it's dragging back in. So right now, I'm pulling myself in again, and it's able to tend it. Now watch the Munter as I go to set my weight back in it. It's gonna flip, and it'll always be in a correct position. That's one of the great things about knowing how to tie a Munter hitch. However, this has been how to drag tail, not drag in tail. Khaleesi. No, I'm kidding, but all right. So thanks for checking this video out. Don't forget to hit that like, the subscribe button, that little bell for the notification, the thing that goes ring, 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 right? Yeah. Thanks for checking it out. Hopefully it helps you in your climbs. Until the next one.